Assalamu alaikum. My name is Muhammad Akbar Afridi and today I would be teaching you about pronouns. Pronouns are something that we are being used to study since our childhood, even though from our beginning classes, that is nursery, KGs, or even 1 2. Uh, Pronouns are parts is a part of speech which is used in English language. It is the main purpose of using it is to avoid repetition of some specific names. For example, uh, there is a pronoun that is I. Now let me go ahead so that you could understand clearly. I, personal pronouns. Use the object form of a personal pronoun after a preposition. Make sure that your pronoun agrees with its antecedents, the word that comes before and it to which it refers. Like it should, for example, if you are writing a pronoun for a female, so the word pronoun should be also a female, like it should express a female gender. Like you couldn't say uh, you could, if you are talking about a female character, so you shall start your new sentence with her or with she, something like this. You couldn't start like he or his or he said. Okay, correct any mistake in the use of the pronouns in these sentences. Now I would be telling you the sentences, you just listen it to carefully and correct it. Mary likes classical music and often listens to them at home. So what is the mistake over here? Mary likes in the use of pronouns. Okay, so over here I didn't see any kind of mistake. One evening my friend and me were going to a concert when it suddenly started to rain. To rain. Okay, so no mistake. So there are many sentences which some of them have mistakes while some don't have. So okay, so now let's moving forward. There is a type. There are types of pronouns. You could the first one, the second one is, the first word I said is personal pronoun. Personal pronoun is like for yourself, that is I. Okay, then comes the second pronoun, that is reflexive pronouns. The reflexive pronouns are myself, yourself, himself, herself, itself, ourselves, yourself, themselves, and oneself. So, from the word reflexive, you could judge that, like, it would be reflecting somebody's characters. It would be telling you about someone. So now we call these pronouns reflexives when they are the object of a verb or come after a preposition. So it usually comes after prepositions. Mary accidentally cut herself when she was opening a tin. Look after yourselves on the journey, boys. Okay, so now comes the third one, possessive pronouns. The possessive pronouns are mine, yours, his, hers, ours, and theirs. So it shows possession of something, like we could say it's his pencil, it's her marker, or you could say the jacket belongs to him. So these kinds of um, words, pronouns are known as possessive pronouns. It shows possession. They are used in place of a possessive object and a noun. You have got my book. This is yours, your book. Relative pronouns. This is the fourth kind of pronouns. You already know that we can use a pronoun in a place of a noun if the pronoun relates to statements about the same person or thing. We call it a relative pronoun as the object of a clause. Okay, so the pronouns, I forgot to tell you the simple definition of pronoun. It is that we use it instead of some nouns. Like if we are writing a narrative and there's a boy named Ismail, and we use the words Ismail, Ismail, Ismail again and again, again and again, so at some certain point the reader himself would be like bored of the word of using it again. So therefore, to ignore set mistakes and to make the reader read even more. So we use pronouns, which helps to make other engage, and it also increases um, like our language effects. Okay, so yes, this is the end. We just do have like four pronouns. I had told you that, but let me explain you the last one, that is relative pronouns. You already know that we can use a pronoun in place of a noun if the pronoun relates to statements about the same person or thing. We call it a relative pronoun as as the subject of a clause. Use who or that, like relative. It's like you could say a little bit like possessive pronoun. Now, an example of this: I know the girl that found the money. I know the girl who found the money. So, like, who to whom does it belongs? So, this is very simple, and I know everybody would be knowing preposition. Sorry, this pronouns. But there's a topic after a preposition, the use of pronouns. This is a difficult pattern. It is given here for recognition purposes only. You can make up similar sentences if your English is extremely good. Use whom to refer to people. Use which to refer to animal and things. Okay. So like sometimes we people, many of us who are not native speakers of English, are not very strong. Like might be 30 or 25% of the people might have the strongest English, but some of us, many of us, don't have that English. So we shall study such books. It would help us. So like over here, it is sometimes we do writes which boy or which people who says this. Instead, we should use whom for people and which for animals and things. Using whose, we can use whose to refer to a person or an animal. It is followed by a noun and verb. This is how an example of this is: the player whose arm was broken is Paul's cousin. So this is what uh, preposition is, and I hope you would understand it. Thank you for listening.